Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're in Mexico City and we're staying at the Stanza Hotel. And what we're going to do today is just give you an idea of the room you're going to have if you do stay here. So let's go take a look. So here is our king suite. There were other rooms, but since we have our kids with us, we want to have a little more space. So let me turn you around here. Now, the child does not come included, though. If you want him for a good price, maybe we can talk a deal.
How do you feel about that?
Anyway, so his extra bed. This is what they call for a double. It's actually the couch pulled out. It's actually very firm. Liam, what would you say about the bed?
Firm.
Firm. All right, perfect. So you have that there. He actually has his own plugs right by his own side of the bed. So if you're over here and you want to just kind of chill, you have that there for you. Now, in terms of workspace and things, you have a kitchen dining room table here if you'd like to kind of chill out on or work on. And you do have a nice view. You're right on a park. So we're right here on the park, a nice little mural you can check out. We've seen people doing roller skating classes, dancing classes, all kinds of things right out there. In terms of location of the Stanza Hotel, you are in Roma Norte, so it is one of the safer places you can go, and there are tons of restaurants right around here. If you want to walk to one of the main artisanal markets that tourists love to go to, it's about a 25-minute walk up the street. If you want to go see the Lucha Libre, the wrestling stuff, there's a wrestling thing, another you can take an Uber in 5 minutes, 20-minute walk, 25-minute walk up there for that. In terms of coming back to the room, if you want your TV while you eat, you can rotate it around, but you got a nice big screen TV here. The bed, this is not just a king bed, this is a supersized king bed. Jocelyn, would you say this is a soft bed, hard bed? What would you call this?
I think it's pleasantly firm.
Pleasantly firm. Kind of like me, right? Pleasantly firm. Anyway, the bed, I think when you have multiple, if you're having your kids here, that couch fold out might be a little bit fighting inducing, so you can put 3 adults on here because it is quite a big bed. Now, in terms of plugs for yourself, both of them have plugs to have your devices charged in the evening time, so you have those right there for that. If you're here for work, okay, there is one little work area that you have here. In terms, hi, there's Jocelyn. One thing I want to tell you is Joss will be disappointed, and she'll let you know there is no full-length mirror here. So your best bet is actually, if you turn around, you look in the bathroom, that is your best bet for a full-length mirror.
You still can't see your shoes with your outfit.
Which I know is very important. So that is one of those things. But the bed is fine. Cleanliness-wise, super clean. If you're thinking about breakfast we got is not included. There is a restaurant that is attached to the hotel you can go to, and they have a buffet breakfast or a la carte. You can get your chilaquiles, you can get your pan dulce when you're here, so you can get traditional Mexican breakfast stuff when you are here, which is really nice. Also, I guess we should go to the bathroom. Now, in terms of the water closet area, come on in. You got your nice little toilet, just like where you can do your business. Hopefully you don't have to do a lot of business, because I know some people have a little tummy trouble when they are here. You do not want to drink the tap water here, okay? That's all in Mexico City, so be aware of that. The shower, it takes some time. I will say if you have small children, young people going in, the hot water is scalding hot. And it has 2 different things, one cold, one hot. You get a lot more cold than hot, so be careful with that. You have the nice plug-in, hair dryer. If you have hair or you like to dry it, you have that option here. But you have that. In terms of room things you're used to getting in other hotel rooms, you have a little storage space here, so you have your clothes, some hanging space. This, very important. Do not take your passport around when you go around Mexico City. Lock it up in here. Lock up your extra cash in here. Take what you need for the day. This one works just fine. I will say the cleaning staff comes through. They've been very nice. You do leave them a little tip. There's a little envelope you can put it in and say for your thank yous. If you don't want to go and hang out and do things, they actually have some tea and water here for you. Ours actually came with some coffee, tea, so a couple bottles of water, so you have some here. In terms of things nearby, plenty of restaurants, plenty of breakfast places, so you don't have to eat the breakfast here in the hotel. You can go to Pulque just down the street, 2 blocks down the way. Great bakery with all kinds of really good food. You actually have a lot of little small restaurants around here too, so you're okay with that. Now, in terms of other amenities at the hotel, yeah, it's a hotel. That's it. Now, in terms of amenities, when you are here, I did mention there's the restaurant that's connected, so you got breakfast there. You can either get your room included with breakfast or not, so you can decide. Plenty of great restaurants around the way to get breakfast, so don't even worry about it. In terms of things here, on the second floor, you're gonna have to look for it, the gimnasio, the gym. So the gym has pretty basic stuff. You know, you got your little Bowflex basically machine. You got a treadmill. Then you have some free weights here as well, so you do have that. Also, if you do need to print off your boarding pass, they have a little like office space. You can go there and print off your stuff, so you have that. One thing is really cool, checkout time. Remember, checkout time here is 1 p.m. And if you do want to leave your luggage, just talk to the doorman. They'll help you out, so it's very nice. Also, they can arrange drivers for you too, so if you have any questions, ask the front desk. They were very helpful. But let's go back to the room. Front desk were very friendly. I spoke Spanish with them, so I don't know how their English level is, but they're usually okay. I mean, Chicken Hotel is pretty international, but they were friendly. We were here. There is only 2 elevators, so sometimes you have to wait a little bit, and I think the max number of people that actually physically can fit in the elevator is 4, so you might need to take some time when you're there. Now, they will hold your luggage. If you get one of those early morning flights, you can't get your room yet, they will hold your luggage. Or get one of those evening flights, you can check out and leave your luggage with them, which is very nice. So overall, would I stay here again in Mexico City? Yes, I would stay at the Stanza Hotel again, because the cleanliness, the comfort, and the central location works really well. So tell us what you think about the hotel, or where do you stay when you go to Mexico City? Let us know in the comments below, and wish you all the best. We'll say bye from here in Mexico City.